All right, so today I'm here to talk to you about the fact that a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Whoever made that statement years ago, they made a very good statement. So, the reason I'm talking to you about this is because number one, I'm practicing what I preach, which is why I've been a little busier in recent weeks than I was before. With that being said, you should always be doing some sort of personal development, self development, growth, creativity, innovation, learning, betterment of one's self or one's environment or circumstances in one way or another. So we should be trying to get better health or better education, better circumstances, better family, better knowledge. Life is about growth and development all the way throughout life. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because I realized something so simple, but yet it can be so evasive or complex in a world that is bent on keeping us busy with foolishness and nonsense. So I'm going to use YouTube for an example. You can find almost anything you want on YouTube in the way of content. And you can easily find people, especially so called Negroes, who will make channels hating black men, or they make channels hating black women, so called, because again, black is a color and not a nationality. All right? Your nationality is Israelites or Moors, right? And if you can't understand that, you can at least say you're a living soul because at the core, that's who we are. Nonetheless, if you waste your life or if you waste your time only thinking about gossip, just look at some of these images here, right? We're not looking at the scripture right now. We're just looking at these images that I'm flipping through. Think about all the work that the Most High put into creating your brain and your spinal cord and your tissues and cells and bodily fluids, giving you and I the ability to think, reason, make decisions, understand. You see, do you think He gave us all of that ability so that we could sit around and talk about nonsense? It's like this is not some big profound message I'm bringing you, but yet at the same time it is. See, somebody has an agenda, and you're not always allowed to say who these somebodies are because then they'll try to censor you when you tell the truth about who they are. Somebody has an agenda to keep the people dumbed down, to keep the people stupid. And you have some of our people that think because they can get a few dollars from some clicks by denigrating and insulting their own people that they've somehow made it. So I'm going to make it plain to you. Use your mind for something constructive. You see? That's what your mind is meant for. The Most High didn't give you all the brain cells that you have, all the neurons that you have, all of the hidden and untapped abilities that you may have, so that you could waste your time listening to a so-called Negro, or even if they not our people, just anybody talking foolishness, right? If they're not trying to build, uplift, or solve a problem, but all they want to do is insult and beat our people down, basically they can shut the hell up. That is the epiphany that I'm having today, meaning that I wanted to share with you. So again, I don't plan to make this video long. I just wanted to share some quick common sense. Don't waste your time listening to nonsense. Listen to somebody that's going to try to build you up. All right? So again, I'm still offering an opportunity for any brothers that want to join me on a virtual meeting where we can talk about IT and software development with some young black men and black boys. You understand? So it's not limited to them only, but I'm just targeting them because that's who my target audience in this project is, right? I want to share some things about software development and IT with some young brothers, right? So you can be a grown man because you probably be the one that bring them to the meeting, right? But I want us, anybody interested, to focus on that because we always talking about let's build something. Well, I'm explaining to you, real estate is not the only way to create value. And I hate to say it, but a lot of these people coming to you with these real estate ideas and real estate investments are a bunch of crooks and scam artists. You're going to invest your money and they gonna own the real estate. So you need to take control of your estate, the state of mind that you living in. The real value is in your mind. All right. Anybody tell you can get some real estate for free, they lying. I'm gonna tell you a second time they're lying. I'm gonna tell you a third time they're lying. This is from somebody who knows about the real estate investment, the hard way, the hustler's way, and the professional way. Anybody that tells you can do real estate with no money, they're lying. You either need your money, or you need somebody else's money, or you need somebody who spent their money and lost it, and you're profiting from their catastrophe or disaster or hardship. But somebody had to spend some money on some real estate, because you don't get something for nothing. All right, so all of these real estate scams, see, our people just been programmed to think a certain way. Use your mind to create value. You got to think, collaborate, and come up with something of value for the people. A meaningful product or a service, right? So I ain't on here talking about no scriptures right now. But the scriptures say, thou shalt not steal. And a good way to not steal is to have so much wealth that you don't need to steal. And a good way to become wealthy is to use your mind on something other than gossip, other than hating so-called black men and black women, other than gangster rap, which dumbs you down by the minute because you listening to music that is actually sounds of death, and it's insulting you and your people. And it makes you normalize the hate. When you get through listening to it, you don't even know why you're angry. You don't even know why you got road rage, right? So again, use your mind for something positive. If it's not making you better spiritually, if it's not making you more wealthy or giving you an ability to become more wealthy in the future, if it's not increasing your health or your wealth, right? If it's not bettering your mind or your spirit, don't waste your time with it. Because that's how I'm going to live my life from now on. And yeah, we all might get tempted, right, to get drawn into the stupidity because they'll say something to piss us off and make us angry. But I'm learning to keep it moving. So those of you who want to insult black men, keep on doing it. And when the Most High judges you for that, then your judgment is coming. You already see what's happening in the so-called Middle East, by the way. See, the last video I put out was warning somebody that if they keep running their mouth, judgment is coming. They must have thought, or they may have thought, I ain't gonna say they must, they may have thought I'm just talking about them. Judgment is coming upon all those, right, who are against the Most High. So if you hate your own people, just make sure that the bombing and the killing you see overseas, right, that you think is only gonna stay over there in the so-called Middle East, make sure you're ready for it to come to your neighborhood, right, because that's what's gonna happen. So all of you that hate black men, make sure you hate Jesus too, because he was a quote-unquote black man. He was an Israelite. You better believe it, right? That's what's wrong with our people. So again, stop hating yourself. And last but not least, I put a post on here inviting some people to come to this software meeting that I want to have. See, I ain't trying to have no meeting about no foolishness. I ain't trying to have some meeting to get you invested in some real estate that's never going to come to fruition. I'm talking about using our minds to create something in the digital world where the only thing you have to pay is attention, right? Once you pay attention, then all you might need is a laptop and an internet connection, right? Which most of you have. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. So I hope everybody has a good rest of the evening or day, or depending on what part of the country or world you at. And yeah, stay positive, right? And pay attention though. Pay attention to what's going on in this world, because the Messiah said, watch and pray. So the death and destruction going on over there in Israel and in Gaza, understand those are signs of the times, right? And all of these people that's talking about the feminism and the alphabet community, when those bombs start dropping where they live, ain't nobody's going to be talking about what pronoun you should use or what bathroom you should use. Nobody's going to be saying the so-called black man or men in general ain't ish, right? Because they going to wish it was some men there to help they you-know-what's in the time of war, right? All of these people running a big mouth on YouTube. When that stuff start happening, these women is going to be in check. See, over there, you thinking about it's talking about your pronouns over there, where those bombs dropping. People getting killed at hospitals. You think somebody over there talking about men ain't ish, right? You think some of you feminist so-called black women or women in general over here in the United States, you want to get on the front lines and die when that start happening over here? Or you going to want some men to risk their life to save your behinds? So yeah, put some respect on that and quit playing. Have a good day. Let me see here.